Well, guys, I got a chance to chat with both coaches before the game. Coach Olds told me he's got his team focused on job responsibility, with the top priority being to stop Marcus Davis. The topic that came up with both coaches, though, was penalties. Coach Olds said Winton Woods has struggled with it all season long, and of course that means Coach Parker said he needs his team to limit those tonight. He said they've been their toughest opponent on themselves so far most of the season, and that can't happen here in the playoffs. The Thomas More women's basketball team is one of few undefeated teams left in the entire country. The Saints are so dominant that only one team on their schedule played them within single digits. So will they be ready for what March brings? Those one-possession battles with the clock winding down to all zeros? Coach Hans and his players say yes.
Kaci joining us now, and Kaci, there's a pair of Bengals who are working out both their bodies and especially their spirits and their minds.
That's right, Bruce. Over the weekend, a couple of Bengals players spoke at the Lord's Gym in Covington, sharing their testimonies and how they've gotten involved in helping the inner city community.
Guys, as soon as the Moeller offense came off the field, Coach immediately sought out Gus Ragland and Isaiah Gentry. Obviously, they went over a little bit what they want to do on this next series, but he focused on letting Gus Ragland know you need to let it loose, let it fly. He reminded them Isaiah can outrun these guys all night long, so look to see more of what we saw in that first touchdown score. Coach, we talked before the game about how you were interested to see how your team would respond to the Centerville team. It was all Centerville in that third quarter. How proud are you of the way that they responded in the fourth?
I'll tell you what, I love our guys.
But they're people like anyone else, and they have lives and dreams and hopes on the field, but also outside the gridiron as well.
I'll tell you what, that's a big reason I wanted to share this story. And for years, I would come home from work to my family, to my friends, my roommate, and be telling them, like, listen to what the guys did to help somebody else today, or listen to the conversation I had with this player. No one ever talks about that stuff. I think we celebrate the wrong things, and no one ever focuses on these types of stories. Going into this game on Thursday night, everyone was talking about the Bengals being elite. They were on a hot streak. They were in the conversation for the best team in the AFC. Marvin Lewis actually coined the term Bengal weather earlier this season in a press conference, saying his team rallies around the snow and low temperatures they practice in every day. San Diego, on the other hand, will be preparing for Sunday in that warm California weather. Well, hope is led by Kaci Kust, who leads the team with 12 points per game. She's actually my younger sister. She's followed up by Liz Ellis with 11 points per game. But last night, like you mentioned, Jonas, we saw an incredible shooting performance out of Brittany Berry. 6 for 6 from the three-point line in the first half. Broke a DeVos Fieldhouse record. Well, the Dutchmen were led last night by Nate Snuggerud. He came into the weekend averaging 16.2 points per game, leading the Dutchmen on the season. He scored 37 points last night. I know this ball pressure, we're definitely going to see a lot of it out of Hope tonight. I know Coach Morehouse has talked with their team that Ohio Northern typically doesn't handle a lot of ball pressure well, so expect to see them up in their faces. And we just talked about the Bears going over the screens. That was a great read by Liz. She knew her player was going to follow her over that screen, and she just slipped right through it.